Hi guys, welcome to the Fight Tonight channel by Matt Lieberman. Hearn says he's begun talks with promoter Lou DiBella for a fight between undisputed lightweight champion George Kambosos Jr. and WBC champion Devin Haney for potentially in the Middle East in May. Hearn states that he received an offer from the Middle East to stage the Kambosos Jr. versus Haney fight over there, and that's the location where he is heading towards, staging the contest. Hearn is aware that Vasily Lomachenko's promoters at top rank are hoping to make the fight with Cambosos. Still, he feels confident that the Australian fighter will pick Haneys so that they can finish the undisputed business. According to Hearn, the fans want to know who the number one fighter is the lightweight division, and one way for them to find out is if Cambosos faces Haney. Hearn will sell the Cambosos vs Haney fight based on it proving who the number one fighter is at 135 pounds. But it won't solve who the real top dog is. For the number one fighter to be determined, it would require a mini tournament between these top lightweights: George Kambosos Jr., Devin Haney, Vasily Lomachenko, Michelle Rivera, Gervonta Davis, Isaac Cruz, Rolando Romero, and that's all. Cambosos vs Haney in the works. I spoke to Lou DiBella yesterday, and he is doing his work in Australia, said Hearn to the DAZN boxing show, when asked if negotiations are going on for a fight between George Kambosos and Devin Haney. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. If you really enjoy the content, then please subscribe to my channel and keep watching the videos. If you are subscribed, then you receive notifications about the release of new videos. You do not even have to look for anything personally. I really want to get 100 subscribers on my channel. I'm trying very hard absolutely every day, and I need your support. Your likes, comments, reposts to social networks. Thanks to everyone who subscribes to my channel. You are my support. Thank you so much. We've had an offer from the Middle East for Devin Haney vs Cambosos. This is one we're edging towards, where we're receiving a firm offer for. For me, it's the only fight in the division. I know Top Rank is talking about Lomachenko against Cambosos. We need to wrap up this undisputed situation. We need to know who is the real champion. It's a natural fight. Haney against Cambosos is a brilliant fight, Hearn said. I don't think it matters a whole lot to Cambosos whether he becomes the undisputed champion outright. If Cambosos chooses Haney as his opponent for May, it's because the money is to his liking and he believes he can beat him. Cambosos won't choose Haney because he wants to wrap up this undisputed situation. As Hearn maintains, we can do it Saturday in Australia, we can do it in the United Arab Emirates, we can do it in America. Devin Haney is ready to go for that fight. He won't price himself out. We realize that George Kambosos is the king of the division right now. He is the one with most of the belts, and he is the one that's put a good performance the last time out with a big win over Teofimo Lopez, Hearn said. If Hearn gets an offer to stage the Cambosos-Haney fight in the Middle East, that will give him a significant advantage over Top Rank and the other promoters to land the fight against Cambosos. Devin Haney wants to become undisputed. The best chance Hearn has in turning Haney into a star, and the moneymaker is for him to spend whatever money it takes to get him the Cambosos fight. Haney needs to become the undisputed lightweight champion as soon as possible to increase his popularity with casual boxing fans. Once that happens, Hearn can skillfully maneuver him around dangerous streets like Lomachenko, Tank Davis, Isaac Cruz and Michelle Rivera. You can argue that Hearn has already been working hard at doing that because Haney hasn't fought any of these talented lightweights, and he's been quick to dismiss the idea of fighting Lomachenko by reminding fans that he lost to Teofimo Lopez. Devin is ready to do whatever he has to do to become undisputed. Devin is ready to do whatever he has to do to become undisputed. And hopefully myself and Lou DiBella can get that fight over the line. It's really one that I feel is a natural one in the division. I said he had the best resume of any lightweight in 2021. He beat Linares, he beat Diaz, and they are two really solid wins. For a long time we were struggling to get those names for Devin Haney. So right now you have to give Cambosos a massive amount of credit and respect. He was a massive underdog and the victory of the year. Devin was really confident, and that's one thing you're always going to get from Devin Haney: consistency in the gym and in the ring. Hearn said. Lomachenko had a better resume in 2021 than Haney with his wins over Richard Comey and Masayoshi Nakatani. Those guys were better overall than George Linares and Joseph Diaz. Also, Lomachenko did a better job beating his opposition than Haney did, as Loma dominated. We saw Haney getting buzzed by Diaz and Linares. As Hearn said, Haney in a great position to get Cambosos. People talk about Devin Haney does not do this, and Devin Haney doesn't do that. Trust me, the numbers for Devin Haney on DAZN are fantastic. So I think he's a great position and he deserves this fight. He is taking care of business solidly and quietly. For me, he is the #1 lightweight in the world. Hearn said. It's a combination of the money that Hearn is ready to offer and Haney being arguably the most beatable of the fighters for the honor to face Cambosos that gives him to the inside track. The other fighters under consideration for Cambosos to face, Gervonta and Vasily Lomachenko, would be bad choices for the Australian. Cambosos is an excellent fighter, but he would have more than he bargained for if he were to defend against Lomachenko or Davis. Promoter Lou DiBella knows what he is dealing with in terms of talent or lack thereof with Cambosos, and he's not going to bendly match him against fighters that he knows with 100% certainly will beat him. DiBella knows that he can't let Cambosos fight Lomachenko or Tank, no matter how good the money. Look at it this way: Cambosos has an even chance of beating Haney, and if he can't do that, he will be allowed to milk his titles for a year before he is required to make a mandatory defense. In the meantime, if the WBO orders Cambosos to defend against mandatory Lomachenko, he can always vacate the belt, which I think he will with great post-haste after being advised to do so. Former world champion Mikey Garcia said that he considers Vasily Lomachenko the best in lightweight, despite the fact that now the Ukrainian has no titles. Based on skills and recent performance, I probably still put Lomachenko in first place. He may not have titles, but he is placed there. You have to give credit to Haney, Davis and Cambosos. However, I believe that Lomachenko surpasses them in terms of skills. George holds titles, but I want to see more of his performances. I only watched his fight with Teofimo Lopez, so I want to see more, so that he can convince me. But Cambosos holds titles, so his place is also here. He is the head of the division. This is an overcrowded weight class. Yes, and Teofimo Lopez is not far behind. He had a close fight with Cambosos. Star American lightweight prospect Ryan Garcia, who has recently resumed training, has given his list of decided opponents. Loma is my #1. Second place will be shared by Devin and Tank. They are followed by George. He performed well, unlike the some Devin and Tank. A fight with Lomachenko will be huge. He's a great fighter and just masterfully performed the last time. He looked great. He doesn't spend extra strength at all, whether it is work on his feet and the position of the body. Although I will say he should have knocked out Comey, Garcia said. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel.